used to get the run. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert going to go to the air right away. Complete to Zacchaeus. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Herbert. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Here's Herbert. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. It Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Pickett. Pressure comes and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting it.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it will be Falcon football. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. the hold. They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A give, and Gaskin will try the left side. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Third and long, it's Herbert. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a first down carry for Harris. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Off play action, Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try to move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
And some room to run now. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown! Richie James his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett back to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 81 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Starting the drive with Algier. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw caught here by Bird. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brought down back at the 31. To try again after the sack. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Herbert's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. To throw again on second down. Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Three quarters have come and gone. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Herbert flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 23-yard run. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Pickett will try to throw for this. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They snap it to Herbert. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
Touchdown, Falcons! Courtland Sutton, 41 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off and improved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Second down, Gaskin. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. And they just took a timeout. With 2 seconds to go, this one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown,
y'all can S-double-E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly?
Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden.